Right, hello lads and lasses, and welcome back to another episode of Boys Down Under. Now I know yesterday in my last video I said that we would be covering Jablonek game in my next video. However, today news has dropped, more news has dropped on the Aurelio Buta transfer to Celtic Football Club. And today I'm going to be covering what that news is and why the transfer over the last month or so has stalled and why it might not even be happening at all anymore. So to give you a bit of background context, Aurelio Buta, he's a right back playing for Antwerp. And well, for the last month or so, I'd say Celtic have been interested in him. Well, that's what everyone's reporting, even Fabrizio Romano, who's the most trusted journalist in the game. Even before Joe Hart and James McCarthy side, there were Buta rumours. So obviously this deal has taken a while and it still is. But the question is, why do Celtic need a right back? Well, when these rumours started of Buta coming to the club, Anthony Ralston wasn't viewed in a very good light. Everyone thought he wasn't good enough for Celtic, and some people still do, and that's fair enough. But at the moment, he's shown his qualities, and I think he's a great Celtic right back. He's made the jersey his own and he doesn't deserve to just be knocked off. So it appeared over the last 2 weeks that Buta would be coming in as a backup. If, God forbid, he gets injured, suspended, or just loses form, Buta would take Ralston's place. But what about the transfer rumours? What's been happening there? Because as I said, it's been a month since these rumours emerged. And well, it's kind of like a ping pong game. Firstly, there was rumours that Celtic had agreed a fee, but the player wasn't very keen. Then it moved to the player being very keen, but Celtic somehow didn't agree a fee. And it was just back and forth like that for a good 2 weeks. Until last week, after Celtic's exit from the Champions League and their loss to Hearts, well, a lot of reports were saying Buta had gone cold on the move. Not very promising, I know, right? And well, today even further news has dropped that Everton are now interested in Buta. Rafa Benitez sees him as a vital part of their season and he wants to get the signing done immediately. So where does that leave Celtic? Well, after a month of trying to sign him, apparently, Celtic just haven't been able to get the job done. Now, whether that's on Buta's behalf or not wanting to come to the club or Celtic's urgency, I'm not sure. I do believe it most definitely is on Buta's behalf, going cold on the club after seeing a few of their shaky results. But you also have to remember, it's Everton, it's a Premier League club. To someone like Buta, if they got an offer of Celtic or Everton, they're going to go with the Premier League club to get more money and play more Premier League style football. It's expected. But where does that leave Celtic? Now, obviously, Celtic don't have any backup in the right back position. So who could we play if Ralston, like I said earlier, could get injured, suspended, or lose form? Well, you got Azazi Urhoghide, who came from Sheffield Wednesday, was Postecoglou's first signing. We haven't seen much of him, but he did play right back for a bit of the trial against West Ham. The other option, which I'm saying maybe, because I'm not sure if it's a move Celtic would make, is to move Adam Montgomery from the left to the back. Now, Montgomery, he's a great young player, great young lad, came through Celtic. No, I don't want to discredit him, but he's not very good at the moment, okay? That's why Greg Taylor is still starting ahead of him. Obviously, I do think he's a player for their future, a player Celtic could really, really vitalise, next to Kieran Tierney maybe. But at the moment, he still has a bit of fine-tuning to do with his skills, and I just don't think he could fill Ralston's shoes at right back if any of the things I mentioned happen. But where does that leave us in finding a right back? Well, there's been no other real rumours because Buta's been the only right back rumour. Nothing else has came out about Celtic trying and exploring new options with right backs. So for that, we'll have to wait and see if Buta does end up going to Everton, which I do expect he will do. Who knows? It's not like we don't have the money to sign someone. We've still got money left over from Christopher Ayer's fee. I expect Edouard to leave and us to get maybe 15 million for him after PSG take their lot. And, I feel like we could definitely get a class right back who could put pressure on Ralston, maybe take his position. I hope not, because Ralston's doing great at the moment. It's great to see him playing very well. But for me, the deal's off. I don't feel Buta's coming. And honestly, the fact he's gone cold on Celtic, I don't feel I'd want Celtic to even push for him anymore. The fact the player's gone cold on Celtic means if Celtic did end up forcing him to sign, well, not forcing him, but pushing it over the line, he could come here unhappy, disgruntled, have a negative impact on what the squad is building right now. Because right now it's a great squad. We're going through a rebuild. We don't need these negative influencing players into the team. So I hope he goes to Everton. I hope he does great there because he's a really class player, but it's not for Celtic. And I don't think Celtic should be pursuing this or raising their bid because Everton have came into the market. Other than that, I'll be back tomorrow and I will be previewing the game against Jablonec, where Celtic will, touch wood, be progressing to face AZ Alkmaar in the 4th round of Europa League qualifying. But until then, hail, hail.